Do you have a friend who does drama or gossips or trashes other people? My name is Shasta Nelson, and I invited the women of girlfriendcircles.com to submit their friendship questions, and I told them I would pick a new one every week and answer it here on YouTube this month. So feel free to subscribe to get all of the whole series. But today's question that I'm going to answer is, how far do I let drama go with a friend? Like when we hang out, all she does is trash people and take everything to extremes. That doesn't sound fun at all, does it? So my invitation would be that instead of asking the question, how far do I let it go, is what's the soonest point that I can start helping address this? And so these are opportunities for us to say, hey, we don't need to swallow things or suffer through it or just put up with it as long as possible. And the alternative we sometimes think is just cut her off, get rid of it, we don't need drama, and push her out. But there is a third way, and that third way is, in this moment, how can I have the greatest amount of compassion for my friend, knowing that we're all still learning how to do friendship, that we have not all had healthy modeling, and that we're just all insecure, kind of letting that get expressed in different ways. So what's the way I can show up with the greatest compassion in this moment to also help model and inspire and to teach a different way of doing this? And so I was trying to picture this in my head, and I was just saying, what can we do that wouldn't shame her? Our goal isn't to just make her feel bad and make her feel judged and put her in a defensive situation, but to possibly be able to say, hey, I notice that you talk about so-and-so a lot. What is it about her that bothers you? Or I notice that you're often feeling frustrated in this situation. Do you know why? And just kind of ask questions, be curious and start trying to, if we can identify what's underneath all of that. It helps us show that we are empathetic, we hear her, we're validating that feeling, but we're also noticing that she's doing this, and in a gentle way, we're saying I don't think that's healthy. I don't think we want to be trashing people and gossiping all the time. And so it allows us to kind of just point it out and to say, I notice that whenever her name comes up, you get really angry. Why is that? What's that about? And maybe she just goes off on the friend a little bit more, and you can just kind of push back a little bit and say, I don't know, it makes me feel bad though every time you bring it up, because I like her, or I don't know her, or whatever, but I don't necessarily, it feels just like there's this yucky energy that happens every single time. And so, so just kind of, I was curious if that, why her name comes up a lot if you don't like her, or, where we can just kind of ask questions and explore it with her. So providing as safe of a place as possible for us to get to know our friend, see it as detective work, ooh, this is a side of my friend that something's bothering her. What is that about? And how can I show up in that space and not make it about this friend that she's trashing, but look at it from a place of why is this affecting you? What's going on? I care about you. This continues to bother you, or you often trash everybody at work. Why? What's that about? And why do you want to keep doing that? And to be able to kind of just open up those questions. I know that feels a little scary maybe, and not super common in our culture, but I really think that's the role of friends, is for us to hold up mirrors kindly. It's not holding up mirrors to point out what somebody's doing wrong, but to kind of just be wait, I notice that when I hang out with you, this happens, and why are you feeling hurt? Why are you feeling defensive? And maybe she's feeling jealous. Maybe she trashes this person because she feels we like them and we're giving attention to them. Well, let's talk about that. What can I do to help make you feel more confident in this friendship? So I don't know the scenario. I don't know who she's trashing. I don't know what she's trashing, where she's trashing. So it's hard for me to give specifics. But I'm hopefully just in the talking about it, you can say, okay, what would that look like if I were to, next time she brings something up, to just kind of say, I notice that whenever X comes up, I notice that you are hard on her or on that situation. Why? What? And just ask. And then just be quiet. We don't need to draw on and point out every time she's done it. Just be quiet and now listen and be curious about that. And I think the more often that we can kind of just start letting our friends be safe to explore their insecurities and their frustrations and their angst, and as much as we don't join in adding to the drama, talking bad about somebody, but really kind of pointing it out that we see it, I think makes a subtle invitation to this friend is safe for me to explore things with, and she doesn't like it when I just do all this drama and trash people. So it starts paving a new way for that friendship to happen without her being shamed, in a way that you can lovingly validate her and open up that and create a safe place. and hopefully figure out something to help heal that situation so that the trashing and the gossip and the drama doesn't have to keep happening. That would be my dream. I know that I can't just like wave a magic wand and be like, and there, now it's fixed. But hopefully that helps give you a thread to start pulling, an inquiry to start exploring with that friend what's going on with as much compassion, with as much gentleness as possible. And that's why I say, do it early in the relationship. Don't wait until like when you say, how far can I let it go? Because by that point, we're usually frustrated, we're fed up, we're over it, and our tendency is when it comes out, it's gonna sound angry. And we don't need to get to that point. We can just be like, hey, I noticed da 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 da. I want you feeling happy. It bothers me that that you feel insecure with this situation or that person. Like, what can I do to help? Where are you at on this? What's going on? What are you feeling? And for us to just be a friend. Like, we see you hurting. That's what we're saying. I see you hurting. I see this affecting you. What can I do to help? And the more we can do that for our friends, the more it like lets the steam out, lets them be seen, and hopefully can start kind of ending the drama and the gossiping and the trashing. Hopefully. Good luck. Tough, but such important friendship work. Such. This person could be an amazing friend still. We don't need to cut her out over this. It just means she's in pain. What can we do to show up and say, I see it. I see it. Let's deal with this. Good luck.